Okay, everybody. Looks like we're going live again. The podcast, G3 Car Review Podcast. And we're going international. Always going international. And I got some people over in Bangkok. Y'all hear y'all yourself out there, Bangkok. Jane, Ann, and then we got Japan. We go, ooh, Japan. Yes. And then we got Faye in Philippines, just right around the corner from Manila, somewhere's over there. And then we got Marianne in Las Vegas. She's learning how to play poker. Yay. And then we got Petty here in Houston, got the 300Z convertible. And we got Chad over at the gym working out. He's always working out. I'm always finding him over there working out. And we got who else? We got Faye here in town. Another Faye. This is the second Faye. She's got Avalon Media Spa. Media Spa? Yeah, something like that. So facials and massages, all this other stuff, it's like she does really good over there. Come over there, she'll be doing you really good. Yes. So we got who else we got? We got a lot of people here in Houston watching, and Colorado, Neil in Colorado. And let's see, who else we got? We got, oh, shoot. Anyway, enough of that. So now what we got here, this show, is the 5 most curated collectors with their collections. Let's put it that way. And it starts off with the garages. They always got these sometimes nice garages. This don't look that great. This like, okay, they're just stuffed in there, something like that. So I'm gonna get this video started here. Let's see, get my, where's my mouse at? Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Right there. There we go. Porsche, yellow Porsche with a wing. Ooh, nice. There's another garage. That's Jay Leno right there, and some of his cars. Well, that's one of his cars also. But there's going to be 5 guys, collectors, on this show tonight, and that's that. What you just saw there was a McLaren P1, no F1. Excuse me, F1. There's Jay Leno. There's another garage right there. Oh, Porsches. You know who collects Porsches a lot? You're not going to believe. All right, we're going to start with Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay. Look at there. We got Lewis Hamilton. We got Jerry Seinfeld, and we got commercials. Look at this. Golly. All right, let's get rid of these commercials. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Right there. Okay. There's another Porsche right there that Jerry owns. Cristiano Ronaldo, the first collector that we're talking about tonight. He plays soccer. I mean, he's a good soccer player. Gorgeous wife, got some kids and all. Of course, you're going to have kids, I think he's from Argentina. I think so. They're always playing somewheres. Look at this, Bugatti. Okay, he will buy a car that is a hypercar. He will find out how many will be produced. In other words, the lowest amount of cars being produced for this individual car. That's what he'll go after. The smallest amount that they're going to make of this production run. And he will put his name in the hat to get one before anybody else does. So he does real good. Bugatti Centodici, I can't pronounce. That's Italian stuff. So, and to get the lower number production run, his collection is valued at $25 million with 20 vehicles. When you're making the kind of money that these soccer players are making, you can buy a few of these sports cars big time. And the Bugatti company likes these people to show their cars off, driving to events. So he will drive at different events and all. In other words, it's not just stuck in the garage. like a lot of collectors have the cars stuck in the garage. No, 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 no. He drives him different. I mean, he doesn't drive everywhere, but it's like gorgeous car. Let's get, what's this car worth? They only made 10 of these. Bugatti sent to DC. Okay. And Bugatti had to approve the sale of this car to individuals. They had to approve it ahead of time. This guy, is he going to show the car off? Is he going to drive it different places, to show off the Bugatti? And it's like with Cristiano has 670 million followers. So he can do this. See there, 670 million followers. Look at that. See there? See there? Good looking guy, good looking wife, kids, and all. Okay. Oh, look at this. Jerry Seinfeld's another one. Okay. Well, we're not going to start with him yet. There's some of these cars right here. Let's see. Christine got a Ferrari right here. They made a few of those. I have a glass of wine now. Bugatti, yes. I like that. I like that. So if I see, they're in the wind tunnel right there, showing the smoke going over the car. It tells the people designing these cars where's their tension stopping wind going over a car or something like that. I wouldn't call it tension. I would call it taking care of business. So Cristiano Ronaldo, has he bothered to send me a memo to come? Lewis Hamilton, look at that, Lewis Hamilton right there. All right, he's a second. Okay, we got different sunglasses on this dude right here. How about this pair right here? I like this pair. Cool. Now, Lewis Hamilton, a lot of people don't even know him. You wouldn't believe this. He's an F1 race car driver, and he won 7 world championships and all, 7. And then he switched companies from one company brand to another company brand. He did that. So he's still driving. I think he's like 40, 42 years old. So he's getting up there in age, and he won't be as quick as some of the other drivers like 19 years old, So he has about 15 cars himself, valued at 30 to 50 million smackaroos, and his selection criteria is the F1 cars are fast. His is looking for an exclusivity like other collectors cannot get. That's what he goes after. See, LaFerrari, a Prada, like that right there, a Perda Ferrari, only 210 were made. So, okay, another what is it? Advertisement. Look at that. Okay. LaFerrari right there. Ferrari, they call it Ferrari LaFerrari. I don't know why they do that. I was like, I need to slap them beside the head. Look at this car. Look at this. All right, pause. Now, we're going to pause for a second because got my neighbors next door and had ripped off their brooms because they're always going out of town with their brooms. They like their brooms. Brooms. So, last show I had, they had got me 30 pounds heavier during the night. I don't know how they did it. They put a spell on me or something, And it's like, golly. So I've got to put this broom back, So they got to quit putting hexes on me and spells and all this other stuff. So it's like, give me a call. Tell me what to do about my witches that are next door. The ones I cannot mention their name. It would be tough. Sally and Susan. I can't mention their name. No. So in the meantime, I have to find some other witches that are on my side to put some hexes and spells on these gals next door the girls that I don't know too much about, Sally and Susan. So it's all going to come about. Drama, drama, drama. Every week it's got drama with these girls. Golly, it's driving me crazy. I gotta have another drink of wine. Mm. Yes. So, okay, moving on past the witches. The witches. The witches. Yeah, the witches. Okay, we got Lewis Hamilton here. Let me start this thing back up again. So he likes his Ferraris, that's for sure. He definitely likes his Ferraris. He F1. He has an F1 Ferrari also. F1, yeah. So 210 made, and he had to invite you to buy one as long as that. Okay. What it is, you have to own a LaFerrari to buy an Aperta Ferrari. That's what it is right there. There's an F40 Ferrari right there. There's a McLaren F1 right there. That's where you're sitting in the center of the car. You got two seats. Lose my hands right here. You got two seats. Right here. Look at two seats here, and the center one right here is where he sits at. That's where the steering wheel is. That's okay. I mean, he's got a jet now. Did he ask me to come on his jet to fly with him anywhere? No. No. He didn't bother to ask me at all. So it's a hybrid V12, the Aperta is. And you also, the F1, what you showed you a second ago, they made 106 of those. $20 million for those F1 Ferraris. Nice. I want one. It will look good in my garage. It'll look good with me driving on the street. Yeah. Yes. I don't know who this guy is. They're driving something. There's Lewis Hamilton right there. So we got another car. There's the F1 Ferrari right there. That's where you sit in the driver's seat right there, dead center of where the steering wheel and all. And it did not come with cup holders at all. I don't like that. Yes. So I like this. And the next guy, shut up. Get off the screen there. Come on. Okay, look at her. There's a Porsche. LaFerrari right there. There he is. He promotes his cars, wins a lot of races and all. It makes so much money, it's unfreaking real. These drivers, it's like, but you got to pay your dues. That's when he was young, right there. Yeah. So, think about it. They're driving F1. There we go. Jerry Seinfeld's time change sunglasses. Yes. Okay. I got some new ones here. How about this one right here? How about these right here? How about those? Now, Jerry Seinfeld is the largest. Not the largest. Yes, he does. He has the largest Porsche collection. I got to wipe these things off. They're greasy. I can't see it. Somebody must have put their greasy fingers on them from the potato chips that I've been eating. Jane in Bangkok. Yeah, Jane and Ann. Yes. Okay. Now, Jerry Seinfeld was and still is a comedian. See, look there. He's driving these fancy Porsches right here. Now, his collection, he has 40 Porsches. That's a lot of Porsches. Meaning when I guess this golf here. Where's my mouse? Okay, there's my mouse. Okay, when you have one brand that you buy all the time, the brand, that means you've got more up here knowing everything about that Porsche, this Porsche, that Porsche, instead of a big variety of cars, Mercedes and Lamborghini. And so you don't have the knowledge like he does about the Porsches. And He does not fix any of them up. He buys them ready to go, ready to drive. You know, past race cars. You know, and he never told me where his garage is at all. You know, so that's okay. He never told me. So the 40 cars are valued between 50 to 100 million smackers. You know, it's like that's a lot of money. I mean, look at these cars that he goes on the racetrack with these cars. Look at that. There he is right there. There he is. Jerry Seinfeld right there. There he is. There he is right there. So that race car that you saw going around our track right there, that was a 917 Porsche. Okay. It's a Can-Am Spider, had 1,000 horsepower in it. And in 2016, he auctioned off 18 cars worth $25 million. So I guess when these collectors sell off a bunch of cars, that means they're getting rid of not getting rid, selling some cars that he wants to make room to buy other cars to put in his collection. So he needed to get rid of a few. So he's already worth $1 billion already. You know, that I do know. So what do you think? Dre and his Porsches? I think they're ugly. Those old ones, they're just ugly. Ugly, 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 ugly. They're just ugly. I mean, think about it. Those old Porsches back then. They had 50 horsepower, 50 horsepower. That's it. You know, there's nothing exotic looking about this car at all. Nothing. It's just old. Convertible. That's okay. That's okay. That's our third collector right there. And we're going to move on. Let's see. We'll move on to a bigger collector here in a second. You know, okay. I got one straw in my wine. I'm going to put a second straw in there. Yes. Okay. Now, this Porsche is a new Porsche. You have your electric Porsche, 918 Carrera right there. Ooh, nice. Some of these they're $1 million. Some of these Porsches are $1 million. Easy. You know, you got your newer ones, but he really doesn't go after the new ones. He really doesn't. He buys the collectible ones for sure, you know. That's okay. I don't put it past him at all to do that. Nope. Did he send me a memo? No. To come over and see his garage? No, not one bit. You know, he's still doing his comedy work here and there. There's that 917 Porsche. Number 77, look there. I don't know which one that is. They're so old and so ugly looking. I don't know what's what. One's wet and what's what. So, okay, let's get past this dude, Jerry Seinfeld. Okay, 917. Okay, he's always talking about his Porsches and all. Okay. Oh, McLaren. That's a Porsche there. You know, I'm talking. He's probably throwing some jokes out there. I know that. He's always throwing some jokes out there. So, all right, well, who we got next? Coming up? Think about it. Look at this collection right here. Oh, you know him, Jay Leno. Another pair of sunglasses. Yes. Okay. How about these? Maria Shriver right there. That's who that is. Right there. Maria Shriver with him walking around. No. Jay Leno has got a big collection of cars. You know, he lost his wife recently. So he lost a lot of weight because he was putting on the pounds. He sent me a memo, said, I put on too many pounds. I got to do something here. Eat too much ice cream at night, cookies, things like that. You know, and it's like, it's all gone now. All gone. That weight's gone. So he has 181 cars. You know, let me get past this commercial right here. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can see the mouse. Where's my mouse at? There's my mouse. There we go, right there. He's got 181 cars in one. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 buildings or what. It's in LA. I know that. Okay. 160 motorcycles. His collection is valued between $50 to $100 million. Look at that old car, 1911, I think it was 1911, like that. Okay, that is a turbine car. Okay, Chrysler made 55 turbine cars, and they gave a lot of cars out to regular individual people, human beings, not aliens, no aliens, just human beings, just for them to drive around, just to test the car out, and it's like, because they wanted everyday drivers driving this car around the city. So that's how the testing was going. So what happened is, look at that old car. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, Jay Leno's got a variety of individual cars that he's bought. Those old Mercedes. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't know what it is. So, like I said, Chrysler made 55 of those cars. Here's more of his collection. Okay. Now, they demolished most of those cars, and Jay Leno got a hold of one of those turbine cars to himself, and nobody else has one. So I think this is the only one left for anybody to see. Oh, I had to put a pause on that. It was time for another drink of wine. Yes. Yes, that's so good. Okay, hit the play button. So I don't know what color that is. It was a different kind of color back then. A turbine. That's a turbine car. That's unreal. So, okay, now that was a 1963 turbine, and only 9 still exist. I don't know who, he's one of them. So there's 8 more after that. So I don't know who the other 8 people are. So now Jay Leno has a 1955 Mercedes SL Gullwing. Now the Gullwing, let's see, get myself in the mirror. Now, let's see, here we go. The Gullwing goes up like this, right here. I'm trying to get my hands in the camera right here. Let me turn the camera a little bit more right here. There you go. Right here. There we go. Gullwing doors. They go up like that. So, look at these old cars. Oh. You're not going to see these cars on the street at all. So, okay. The 55 Mercedes SL Gullwing, which I'll show you here in a minute, is worth about $1 million, and it's an SL. SL means sport. L stands for, I can't remember. SL. They have SLs around forever now, and it's like, that's okay. There's another race car right there. Some of these guys bring their cars over here so Jay Leno can show you on his car garage that he has a show on his garage. So does anybody, I don't have a garage that big. I can fit one car in my garage. That's it. So I cannot do a car show in my garage because of one car. Steam engines. He's got a few cars. They're actually steam engines. He just wants to keep these cars around because nobody really wants to buy these type of cars. But he does. He enjoys buying these old cars and talking about them. And he's got full-time mechanics in his working, what they call a working garage. Here we go. I don't know what this is. It looks like a Ferrari. Maria Shriver right here. Looks like, yes, it does. Okay, another car. Okay, so, good cheese and crackers. Okay, all right. Now we're going to get to that Mercedes I've been talking about here in a second. There he is right there. Jay Leno was a comedian, still is a comedian. Sometimes he will go to the comedy clubs around LA, Hollywood and area. Okay, here's the number one guy, Ralph Lauren. Sunglasses. Sunglasses. Okay, we got these pair right here. Okay, get the commercial off here. Okay, Ralph Lauren got he's a designer of Ralph Lauren clothes. See, now that is the building where he had a show, a designer show of some of his cars. Oh my God, look at his cars. I mean, the best on the planet, his cars. He's the king, man. He is the king. The king has his collections worth $600 million to $1 billion. That's his collection. You know, it's like rarity of his cars. They're real rare. Look at that 250 GTO. Look at this. I want this in my garage. It's like recently, one of those cars went for $70 million. These guys have got so much money, these rich billionaires and all. It's like, did they ask me if I wanted to buy the car? No, because they know I'm not on the Forbes 400 list. Look at that, gorgeous car. See, that's all his clothes right there. That's Ralph Lauren's clothes. There he is right there, right there. You know, Cadillac. That's an old, oh, you got the spine down in the middle of it? That is, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, he's got 70 cars. And the 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, which the red one you just saw, 36 were made. That's it. And last one sold for $70 million, like I said. It was completed. Okay, the 1938 Bugatti Type 57 with a spine down the back of the car. See their spine right there? That's a spine right there. Right there. Because they put two halves of the car together and they have welded it with all kinds of seams and everything else. So they didn't want to look too obviously ugly. So look at that. Look at that. Right there. You know? So, I mean, it's like the Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic, they only made 4. That was it, 4. And he has one of them, 3 existing besides his, valued at $40 million. Okay, here is a McLaren F1. I like that. Ferrari and McLaren. Ferrari, yeah, I believe that was. Okay, we got the Ferrari 375 Plus. 5 were made. He sold it for $18 million. Then he bought it back. Because, okay, there's that Bugatti 37 Type car, Bugatti right there. Neat. Now, that one sold for $38 million. Basically, that Ferrari sold for $35 million. $35.5 million, and then the fees to the auction house, everything come out to $38 million. So you're talking fees of $3.5 million to pay for the auction house for that one white Ferrari with a 10 on the side of it. This car, look how these cars are put on a pedestal. You know, his cars. I would like to go see his collection, but I don't know his address. I don't know his phone number. You know, one of these Bugattis is in Jay Leno's garage. See that right there? Take a look. Oh, look at that. Oh, ow, like that wine. Yow, so good. So there we go. GTO right there. Okay. No, the Ferrari F1 LM only made 5, and he buys nothing but rare cars. I like. There's that Bugatti right there again. $40 million it's worth, right there. Mm, mm. I like my cheese and crackers. Yes, I'm a wine. Yes. I gotta have 2 straws. 2 straws. There he is. There he is talking. That was a long time ago when his hair was silver. Shoot, his hair's always been silver. Look at that. See, he had a designer show of his clothes walking around his cars. Look at that. I mean, that is his building that's all staged in. All the cars are on pedestals. Because, like I said, they're worth between 6. Well, we got to get this commercial off here. Come on, mouse. Can I see my mouse? Where's my mouse? There we go. Okay. Like I said, his car collection is worth between 600 million to $1 billion. You know, I wrote him many times to put my name in his will. I even gave him my address. I don't give my address out to anybody except for Susan and Sally next door, the witches. They already got my address. They already know me. See, look, I still got their broom. Look, their broom. They can fly off some additional brooms, but I got the main one right here. Yay! So look at this Ferrari. Oh, look at that Ferrari. You know, it's like he is the king of the curated collectors. It's unreal. You know, it's like I would like to be that way, like to have that type of money and all. But it's like, I don't have that type of money. I didn't win even if I won the lottery, I still cannot come up with that kind of money because 600 million to 1 billion, the value of these cars, that's a ton of money. Ton of money. There's Jerry Seinfeld and his Porsches, you know. It's like there's your F1. Wow, nice. I mean, if you're going to have a car collection, you better have a absolute fantastic storage facility. It's like a garage to die for to put your collection in there. You better do it today. I only have one car collection. It's the Shelby GT 500. That's it. It's red and white stripes. I like it. You know, it's cool looking, but I like it. I get to drive it once in a while. I do. I get to drive it once in a while. So here we go. They're showing that Bugatti off a lot. There's a spine down the back of the car. Look at that. The Bugatti. Okay. I tell you what. I'm going to stop that right there. I hope y'all liked what I have talked about tonight. And let me know, since you have not called me on my number here, I've got more content coming for Wednesday night. I can't tell you what it is because I haven't come up with the content yet. So I need to start doing this ahead of time, get the content ready to tell you about what's coming up. That will be helpful to you. I'll have some guests on the show. I know that. That's coming. I know that. So I enjoyed telling you, the viewers, of what all I've found out about these collectors with their collections and all. It's unreal. There's so much money involved. It's unreal. And one day, I'm going to, like that. Just remember that. You remember. Okay. This is the end of my podcast for tonight. And I'm G, your host. And I'm signing off with meow, 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 meow. Okay, let me close this thing out. Yay. Here we go. The mouse goes to there. Yeah.